I mean,
We got the name of the store, but we in.
right. We on Third Ave though. We uptown in Harlem, East Harlem. You already. Me and that guy right there. I don't even think I got to tell y'all who that is. I think you could just know who that is just by looking at him. You know. All right, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? We switched up the scenery a little bit. We are out in East Harlem. No, we're on West Harlem, as a matter of fact. It's St. Nick and all that, you know what I'm saying? With no further delay, I'm going to introduce this person sitting to the right of me. I probably don't need to introduce him. You could look at him and probably tell that this is exactly what I look like when I come out of the Fountain of Youth. This is my stunt double. This is my son, Kionne, that I talk about in some of my videos that you've heard about already, all right? So, the reason why I got you up here, Kionne, right, is not for the creative aspect of our lives, not to talk about music and not to talk about art and stuff like that.
Word.
I want to talk to you about more about like the realistic, tangible things that's going on in the world, societal-wise, but more importantly, what's going on with you, right? So, the first thing I want to ask you is, because I know you recently took up a job and everything, right?
Yeah.
So, what was the factor? And before I get to there, I want to talk about the millennial generation, all right? Because the millennial generation is the generation born right after me, and it's a lot of speculation is what I'm going to call it, is that, you know, generations before you guys are saying that you're lazy, you're entitled, you're walking around thinking that the world owes you and stuff like that, right? So, hit the button. Yeah, so, you know, saying that you guys feel like you're entitled or whatever the case may be. So let me ask you, personally, from that generation, what is the deciding factor that made you tell yourself that you had to get up and go out and go get a job like you did?
Like, really, honestly, I just don't feel, I'm not the type of person that'll stay in one place and just be cool and not doing, like, I need progress for myself. Like, mentally, I need to see myself doing something. Like, I can't just be sitting around lazy, you know?
Okay, so pretty much that doesn't apply to you. Like, your motivation was just to be active.
Yeah.
Period. You have
like,
to do something.
Yeah, and I knew one day I might have to work in life, so I'm going to stack my little money up, and from there, I'm going to just go from there, like, with what I want to do, because with money, I know you can do anything.
Okay. So you are very aware that in order to do the things that you want to do in life, it takes money to do it.
Yeah.
And you know that you earn money by working.
Yes.
Okay. So I put one up on the board for the millennial generation. And I'm not doing it just because this is my son. This is real life what he's going through, right?
Yeah.
All right, so now, moving right along, I got more questions for you. Did social influence or like societal pressure play any factor in making that decision? Like, you know, maybe something at home or something in school with your peers going to work too, or
Home. Like,
home?
My mom, she been pregnant for a while, like, so she haven't been able to work, like, she been taking care of the baby.
Right.
So just seeing that just made me like, dang, I feel like I'm the only man in my house, because I don't have no step house or whatever.
Okay.
So I felt like, dang, that's not a good look. I'm the only man in the house. I need to be doing something. Like, I can't just be sitting here watching her, cleaning up with her.
Okay.
I got to do something, you know?
So it started at home. So you picked up responsibility as the man of the house, but this was like a self-responsibility. This is something that was self-owned, and it came from home.
Yeah.
So I think that's important because, you know, again, there's a lot of speculation and even a lot of public spending on programs that say, you know, there's no fathers in the house, or these kids are led astray, this, that, and the third. But here you are, as the only man in the house, and you took it upon yourself to go out and work because it was relative to your family, to your home structure, right? All right, I just want to make sure I got the facts and I'm not scripting this out.
You got it.
All right. Let me ask you about this. With the economy as such a big topic, and it always is, right? Every electional term is a huge topic. So with people saying things like, you know, America is losing its power, the United States of America is, you know, we got this country on our heels, we got this country doing this to us. In this country, we got child labor laws that don't allow children to work at a certain age, right?
Yeah.
So what do you feel is too young to work? Like, how do you feel about that?
Work, to me, really is like, I think it's great. I think it's like school, you know? In a way, I think work is like school. Because, like, work is life. You're gonna have to work for anything you want. So why not start on that as you're younger? But I do think there's such thing as too young.
Okay.
Like for being like a toddler. So I'm not about to have you working your toddler, but you should have your toddler on little missions though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. Even as a toddler.
Teach them how it goes.
Okay. So you mean like little errands around the house, like, you know,
like,
take out the garbage and you get a sticker. All right, okay,
put this in the garbage. And hug them or something, you know?
Wow.
It's all about that.
Okay, some late night ice cream snacks or something.
Not yelling, not do this. Why aren't you doing do that? You know?
Gotcha.
I think that's making everybody angry. I think. Yeah, I think it's a good way to go about and raise your kids, you know. But at a certain age, it is such thing as being too young, I feel like, you know?
Okay. And us as a nation being so rich and wealthy, we should understand that too, right? And keep that in mind, that we don't have to necessarily send our babies out into the workforce, because we still rich and we still USA, baby. All right. I just put my own little twist on it. But I do got one more question for you.
What's up?
When you were with your job, because, hold on, recently you just left your job.
Yeah.
You gave them a notice, told them that's it, you're not going to be coming back. What is the reason, the primary reason for you leaving that job?
I feel like I wasn't getting like paid enough for what I was doing, you know?
Okay.
Like my only job was being a cashier. That's what I got paid for, right?
Okay.
But instead of like being behind the counter, like what cashier is supposed to do, I was doing everything else with it, you know what I'm saying?
So you was stock, you
Yeah.
was maintenance and all of that.
Clean up, all that in the bathrooms, all that.
What?
And they paying me to be a cashier. And I ain't never complained about it, you know?
Right.
Because work is work at the end of the day.
But at the same time, if you're hired for a job description,
Get it done.
and they're paying you a wage that is for that description, but they're adding in other people's job descriptions to your job title, then that's unfair work practices. In my eyes, I've seen it, I've been through it myself, so I understand exactly what you're talking about. So let me ask you this, if they would have paid you more for taking on those other jobs,
I would have no problem. I'll do it. Like, I mean, I still did it.
you was doing it anyway, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Feel
okay.
me?
I get it. So even at your age, how old are you now?
I'm 17.
I know, it's a joke, but you know.
I got
But even at 17, you're able to identify when you're being overworked. You're able to identify when you're being underpaid.
Facts.
So you understand self-value at the age of 17.
Yeah.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, kids, subscribers and viewers included, is a person, is an individual from Generation Y. All right, so all of the hoopla, you know, different strokes for different folks. I understand that, but
But I understand where like the older generations are coming from, because like it do look like everything is way deeper than what it is. I feel like.
okay,
Like if you take time to actually talk, it'd be hard to talk for us, you know. And I find out by me being a lot of my friends, we don't feel like we could talk. Like I don't know why. It's just so weird. We just have a hard time expressing ourselves. And new generation you speak of, right?
right,
Which I call it the millennium.
right, the millennial generation. That's right.
Yeah, I just think it's like more to everybody. I think everybody should be treated like the same way though. At the same time, like everybody had to come up the same way. Everybody's going to come up the same way. We just gotta make sure it's right for when they come up.
Okay.
Because work is work. You don't have to work.
Right. So that's something that all generations share.
Yeah, everybody should.
So do you think, to piggyback off of that, do you think that there's something the generations before you can extensively do to communicate better to you guys?
Actually, bro, no funny. I think it's really in the parents. You feel me? Like it's how you bring up your kids. Not everybody have an opportunity of bringing up their kids. I'm not, saying like that.
Say what you need to say.
But just speaking, talking, like asking, yo, what's up? Like, how was your day? Sit down, like, because nowadays we're so much on our phone, bro. There's no kind of emotion. Like, you got to handle it all in your own thought process, and that really can mess somebody up. I go through. I'm a hard thinker, and I go through that. Like, they'll say one thing to me, but it's through a text, and I'll be like, I'll take it the whole nother way. And it'll just be too late for anything, you know?
We've even had that happen before, so I know what you're saying. Right. Okay.
So yeah, I think that's real big with parents, because parents is like who we, you know, how we grow up. That's
Right.
really, they raise us, yo. And it's really important. And I don't think, sometimes they don't see what they do affect us so much themselves. Like, you know, everybody, parents, they mostly worried about like having like materialistic stuff. And then they turn around and be like, you don't got to be doing this because you have this, this, and that. But that don't have nothing to do with like the emotional effects of like what I'm going through right now, yo. Like, it's that deep. It get deep like that. And that's where we got to pay attention.
Gosh,
Facts.
jewels right there. That's a jewel that I'm gonna soak up and take in. I'm his dad. I need to. You know what I mean? That was heartfelt, and I could feel the genuineness in that. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody who's watching this video can understand what he's saying and learn to be more communicative. Like, if I didn't hear this, right, I wouldn't even think that for a minute. Like, I would think that you guys are purposely, or you're like purposely so attached to your phone without even thinking twice. Like, you know what? He's not getting the effective communication the way that human interaction is supposed to happen.
Interaction is not normal no more. We ain't had that back. Y'all ain't had that back in the day. So things are not gonna be the same. I'm not expecting things to be the same, but it's something we can do about it as we're going on with life, because change is gonna happen in life. And I'm not afraid of it.
Right.
It seems like everybody else is. Like, I don't know.
That Pisces stuff. And I'm a conservative myself. However, I do embrace the change. I do embrace the changes, especially that new people, like the newer generation. I'm more accepting of that because I know you guys are the future. I know your girls are the future. You know what I'm saying? But to piggyback off of that, like technology is something that I think, even though I wanted it so much about 4 to 5 years ago to expand, now that I see to the lengths that it's expanded to,
It could be.
now I want it to slow down.
It could be an issue. For real.
It can be an issue.
It really can.
It really can.
It's just about adapting to it now that our new generations are being exposed to it. So we have to change. Like, I think the way we bring up our kids, then the times are changing. It's making our kids change. Maybe it's time for us to change. Like, I don't know. Maybe we need to adapt. That's what it's about, adapting. Wherever you at, you don't just go where you know. You come out here, man.
Look, he in New York right now, right? He's from New York, don't get it wrong, but my son travels everywhere. He's in the South now, so he knows what he's talking about moving his feet and all that. That's a Pisces thing too, you know, we rule the feet. I'm March 1st, he's March 2nd, by the way.
That's mad
As
crazy.
you can see, you know what I mean? But yeah, this was a great interview, man. I'm glad we got to do this, son. Let me ask you, will you be back in New York anytime soon, or you don't know yet? You can't really call it just yet.
Honestly, it's a lot going on right now, but I love New York. Like, I really do love it.
Right.
I see everything I look at out here is work. Like, it had to be work to get that done. New York just couldn't start out. That's why I like New York. So many buildings and stuff. It didn't just start out as like, it didn't start out like this, you know? Something had to happen.
You see what work ethic is in the structure.
Yeah, it's a whole, everybody walking. You will never see nobody without just doing nothing.
Right.
Everybody got something to do, you know? Everybody has a place to go.
Right.
Walking mad fast for no reason. Just going.
That's real though. That's real. That's real.
Fast.
All right, this is from us to you. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We out of here. Enjoy y'all days and y'all evenings.